I asked you what STI you wanted me to deep dive into next. Not only did you all vote for the most common STI in Australia, which I find kind of funny, but the information I learned about it fucking blew my mind. So, can you guess what the most common STI in Australia is? Is it gonorrhea, syphilis, or chlamydia? Leave your answers in the comments. Now, while your answers are locked in, I have a really important message.
Let's go.
I am going to say things that will trigger your stigma around sexual health. And to quote one of my favorite spiritual TikTokers, your shame and fear will deactivate your critical thinking the moment you feel triggered. If you feel that way, I do ask that you self-reflect. Shame and fear are often what stops us seeking help, and everyone deserves medical care. Back to the quiz. If your answer was chlamydia,
That is correct.
so, what is chlamydia? It is a bacterial infection that is spread through sexual activity.
Well, you already knew that.
Just for fun, I feel like I should put a ding every single time I say chlamydia. So here's the deep lore you didn't know about chlamydia. For a really long time, it had a case of mistaken identity.
I don't know who this man is.
We actually thought it was a virus. And we thought this because it's very small and needs to live inside of another cell to survive. This is something scientists call a bacterial intracellular parasite. I am gonna get killed for making this analogy. Just like Pokemon, there's a normal and a shiny type of. The shiny rare biotype is called lymphogranuloma venereum, or LGV for short. LGV is actually a more aggressive strain of chlamydia with more severe symptoms. I'm gonna pop the symptoms up on screen for a second, so pause to read. Gotta catch 'em all, chlamydia. Moving on to the more common biotype. So you know the one that most people get after you have that one guy over and you're like, well, I probably should have used protection, but you're like, hell, I've had one glass of wine and I'm getting off track. This one's called trachoma. This is your stock standard chlamydia. What you probably don't know about this one is it can infect more than just your It can infect your throat, your rectum, and did you know that you can actually get chlamydia or gonorrhea in your eye? Yeah. I think most of us are up to speed on this one, but pause for a refresher. All right, so you know there are two main types of chlamydia and what to look out for. But this next part is the most important bit of information I found when researching chlamydia. And it will have to be a part 2, so follow for more.